What's up guys, Gar here, and I'm back and I'm excited because it's Warzone time, and not only is it Warzone time, it's season 1 of Vanguard Warzone. That all you know what it means. It means Caldera is now here. We're finally moving away from Verdansk. Verdansk, poof, gone. New map, new me, new you, and I'm going to try and help you guys with some settings. As you can see, I'm on the fresh account. This is early access to Caldera. They've given me the name Gagged. They've definitely taken the piss, so thank you Activision for that one. Right, a lot of you will not be subscribed to the channel as of yet. You are going to want to, because there is a ton of Warzone content coming your way in the coming days, weeks and months. Get ready for it, because Caldera is about to be a blast. Alright, now, settings for Caldera, for Warzone. There's a few new things in here, so we'll go through them as we come across them. Now, many of you will be playing controller, that's what I do, so I'm not going to try and teach you any keyboard and mouse stuff, so if you're here for keyboard and mouse stuff, you're out of luck. Now, I am very much a default player. I'm an old man now, I'm a default player, so on the layout of the BR buttons, it's default. I have no reason to switch this. A lot of people try and switch these layouts because they don't have one of these bad boys. These are a scuff controller. Trust me, you want one of these. Take a look at the link in the description below, because they make your Warzone life a lot better. Stick layout, again, default. Let's not make this any more complicated than it needs to be. Disabled for the invert vertical look. You're a strange individual if you have that enabled. Now, dead zone. This is an interesting one. This is what, if you have a newer controller, usually you can have a lower dead zone. Lower dead zone is better because you need less input for the input to be registered in the game. So the slightest of movement with a stick, it will then move your aim. However, older controllers, you're going to start to get that thing called stick drift, where the aim kind of moves by itself, and that's caused by dead zone. So if you do have stick drift, move it up slightly. If you are having no stick drift, move it down. As low as you can go is the best. Trust me on that one. So I have mine on a 0.05, which is pretty goddamn good. Now, as we move down, max input, I have these cranked up all the way to the top. Don't really understand why we need to be adjusting these ones, but the input, as in the minimum input, definitely have that as low as you can. So a lot of players, you'll see a lot of your friends going, I play 20 cents and I'm cracked. Stop it. Just stop it. We're not trying out for any sort of gaming org trying to quickscope people 360 getting a 5 feed. It's not happening. This is Warzone. Play properly, else you'll be dead. Play meta, else you'll be dead. Trust me. So I play a 5 cents. 4 to 6 is what I'd recommend. 7 if you're pushing your luck. However, when I play 5-5, I play with a 0.8 ADS multiplier. This really slows down my aim. Trust me, it makes me like a slug. But when my aim's on you, and usually it will be, I do not miss. Aim assist will help me a bunch, but trust me, it doesn't miss. Every bullet will connect with you. I can't pull my aim off you. You will die very, very quickly if I've got you in ADS. Trust. So, something new for Caldera, which is actually really nice. This got added basically with Vanguard Warzone, and you can now customize your sensitivity per zoom. I've not gone into this yet. I'm going to keep my trusty faithful settings, but this is something that, and maybe if you like to use certain degree on scopes for sniping, you can change this up and maybe fine-tune your game a little bit. I'm really happy they've added this though, but I will be sticking with my 5.8. But just so you know, this is changeable, so get ready for that. Again, controller vibration, whack that off. Nobody likes controller vibration, it's stupid. Aim response curve type, a lot of players play dynamic. I actually play standard. Again, I'm a very default player. That's just me. I don't like to mix it up too much. Aim assist, we're going to go with this with standard. Some people say disabled is better. Do not listen to these people. They are trying to trick you. They're trying to make you play worse. Stop it. Standard aim assist. And if you are playing on PC, for Warzone with a controller, you'll be able to do this. No comment yet if it's available for console field of view, but have this scale aim assist with field of view enabled. Trust me, thank me later, it will make your aim even more sticky. I don't care what these PC players will try and tell you, it doesn't help that much. Trust me, it changes the game quite a little bit and gives you a hefty advantage. So those players on console, I'm so sorry for you. Honestly, you are at a disadvantage. Weapon mount, this is all default. I've never changed this. If you've changed it, have it to whatever your preference is. I'm not going to try and tell you exactly how to play. I'm just giving you the best tips from how I've played the game. ADS behavior, hold. So we're just holding down that trigger to ADS. As soon as release the left trigger, it's going to un-ADS's. Steady aim, we're rarely sniping, but when we are, to be fair, I think we used to steady aim in like multiplayer back in the day, but I can't even remember the last time I steady aimed even on Warzone now. The game's definitely changed. Equipment behavior, yeah, hold. You know, if you pick up a frag off the floor, we're holding it to just get ready, bam, we'll throw that out there. So hold on that. Use and reload behavior, contextual tap. This is key. You never want to hold to reload your weapon, and you also do not want to hold to use, because hold to use means you've got to hold over a supply box rather than tap, which is tap to reload or use. So basically, whatever's best at the time, the game will kind of see. So basically, if you're by a box and you need to reload, you tap to hit the box, you hold to reload. So in that situation, but if you're looting a box, you probably don't need to reload in a hurry, because you shouldn't be looting if there's somebody after you. Depleted ammo weapon switch, I always have this enabled, especially for early game. If you have a 30 round mag that you've picked up off the floor, you like to fire the entire clip out there, and if you do hit 0, it's going to immediately switch to your pistol so you can continue the fight. Otherwise you have to recognize, and that's always just a little bit of time, that 0.5 of a second from recognizing I'm out of ammo to switching to your pistol. Could be either getting a kill, he gets away, or you die yourself. So make sure enabled always. On plate behavior, I had this at apply 1 for so long. I can't remember. It must have been probably about a year into Warzone. I figured out there was an apply all section, and once I switched, it was so much better. You no longer have to hold Y or triangle to basically put on plates. You just press it once and it will stop putting them on until you start to take another action. So that was great. Slide behavior, tap. Slide cancelling, I'm not saying it will make you a god, but it will make you a lot more unpredictable. So maybe you might hit that timing of when someone shoots you, you hit a slide cancel and they miss you. It can really help like that. And just having that tap to slide means it's instantaneous. You don't have to hold it for that slide action to come into effect. Auto move forward disabled. I don't know why you'd have this. This is just lazy. It's lazy. Stop running across the field. Lazy. Slide cancel. Be a pro. Okay. Tactical sprint. Double tap. This is what it is by default. Automatic sprint. Automatic tactical sprint. Easy for me to say. Is what I go for. It's something that takes a little getting used to. If you're not used to it, it will feel a bit alien. But promise, this will stop you mashing that left stick and will probably save your controller's life a little bit more, as well as your left thumb, because Jesus, I remember when I didn't have this and my thumb, after about a week of Warzone straight, it felt like it wanted to drop off. So this is a lifesaver, trust me. It makes it a lot easier, a lot nicer. Vehicle camera reset. I have this is disabled. I like to be in full control of where I'm looking at all times. I don't want the game doing anything for me. That's weird. Parachute auto redeploy. Okay, so a lot of more newbie players to Warzone might enjoy this being enabled, but once you get to grips with the game, if you can have it as manual, you'll learn that you can hit that auto deploy, also the parachute deploy, that little bit later and save you some crucial seconds. Because if you're trying to get the drop on someone but you got to pull your parachute, having that extra second rather than just floating into the arms of a waiting team, it can really help. So make sure to have this disabled and get used to it, play around with it, and it will definitely help you in the long run, trust me. So let's have a look at audio. I use audio mix boost low. Don't know why. I feel like that's probably what I used in console, and I've just stuck with it ever since. And if you've ever stuck with something, you'll get to learn it, and it's just personal preference at the end of the day. Just telling you what I use. Master volume at 50%. My ears can't take it anymore. This game is loud, and when I say loud, I mean those jets when they constantly come over for a precision airstrike, it's deafening. So I have this cranked down to 50. Music volume, okay, I've only got the music volume just because it's a new Caldera. I normally have this at 0, but I like to hear the new sound. So have this at 0 for once you've listened to the soundtrack, because, you know, it doesn't really change that much. Dialogue, I have it at 100. Don't know why, always has been. Effects, in-game effects, always want it at 100. You want that cranked up so you can hear anything that's going on around you, because something, if you miss a sound cue and it results in death, it's so frustrating. Just think of dead silence. I know that's part of the game, but how awful is it when you die to somebody you just didn't hear? Like, come on, man. Cinematics, it's just for the campaign, so don't worry about that. Juggernaut music, yeah, boy. I know it's not strictly the best, as in you might not be able to hear a footstep here or there, but how good is Juggernaut music when you're in a Juggernaut suit? It's so good. You feel like a badass. So, enabled, man. Have some fun. Hit marker sound effects, I have this as Modern Warfare. You can have it as classic or none if you're a bit strange. I've always had this as Modern Warfare. It's just always the same for me. Mono, we won't even go into this. Speakers, this is whatever you're using, so don't worry too much about this. Default will probably be working for you. Voice chat enabled, why not? Because it's always funny to get those def comms. That's why we all play Warzone, really. Is to get those def comms of, what? How did he know? Best. So yeah, basically whatever that is for you. These are just personal settings for me. Wars tracks as a passenger enabled. It's great to roll around, cranked to whatever war tracks are going on by your boys. Obviously, you streamers out there, DMCA, you know what I'm saying. Let's have a look. Go to graphics. So graphics, something that I hope is coming to console. I'm not sure if it is or not. Field of view, if you're on PC like I am, you'll have this. It's so good. I have mine cranked to 115, which is 5 short of the max. Yes, it does feel very fisheye. You can see a lot, but I believe this helps a lot with visual recoil more than anything. As well as you feel like Sonic when you're running around. You can see things in the gulag a lot easier. But honestly, the visual recoil, it seems like a lot less. That is just the same recoil as there is on console, but just visually it feels like less. So this is why a lot of players you'll see have a 110 to 120 mark. I like to go in the middle with 115. Camera movement down to 50%. We don't need the camera wobbling up and down, left and right, anything like that. And you'll notice that I have a lot of my settings on low. This is because I don't play for graphics when I'm playing Warzone. If I'm going to play a campaign game, sure, crank the graphics up, suffer a few frame drops here and there, but you're playing the campaign and you're there for the experience and you want it to look pretty and glorious. I'm playing Warzone, I'm there to beat my opponents. I'm not playing for graphics, so you can see why I have all these on low. Some of these, like bullet impacts, I need to make sure if a bullet hits the wall on that side, I know the bullets come from over there. Okay, so some of these settings are good to have and they don't really impact performance too much. So bullet impact and sprays, always nice. Tessellation, low. Again, I just don't care for graphics. Dismemberment and gore, ha, of course. If somebody gets their arm blown off, why not? We want it in and it's here for Caldera, so get ready for it. On-demand texture streaming, standard quality, nothing too major there. It is all just to what you want. Filmic strength, filmic great, just gone, don't have any of that on. DLSS, I have mine on quality, it just helps me a little bit, helps performance. Depth of field, make sure that is gone, do not have depth of field, it looks trash, it looks bad. World motion blur, you don't want that either. If you go around your dad's house or your uncle's house, you'll see them play with world motion blur on, you know they're bad, you know they're a bad player. It's just facts. You know they're a bad player. Same with weapon motion blur. Just get it off. You don't need it, and it'll help you in the long run. Trust me. It's just stuff you don't need. Shadow map resolution. Now I have this on normal. It just helps with shadows. You won't know it, but in your mind, you'll have picked it up a few times. When you're playing in Verdansk and you're underneath a building and you'll be staring at the street, looking across, and you'll see a shadow across the street because it's the building above your head, and you're like, oh, how many times have you figured out there's a player up on a high rise when you've just been looking on the floor? Shadows are key. Trust me. When you're playing next, have a look around. You'll see what I mean. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Spot shadows, yeah, enabled. Sun shadows enabled. Particle light, I only have it on normal. I don't need them to look gorgeous. I just need to know that an explosion happened, a grenade went off. So yeah, ray tracing off. We need high frames. Occlusion, yeah, I just have it on both. Fair enough. It creates a little bit of dramatic in the game. And screen space reflection, I'm not gonna lie, it's on high. You can have this whatever you want. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. So basically that is my settings. I hope this helps you. If you're new to Warzone, use some of these settings. I wouldn't say copy it, you know, bar for bar, word for word. Don't copy it exact, just stick to your own settings. But I would definitely say this is a nice middle ground if you're a slower gamer like myself, where you're not trying to be, you know, cracked 17-year-old hopped up on some crazy energy. You're just trying to play the game, enjoy yourself. But with these settings, you can do some serious damage, like I do out there in Verdansk and now in Caldera. So guys, that's all it is. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anything that I've missed or anything you want me to run over in a future video. Till then, I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy out there in Caldera.